I heard about this minister. He was driving down the road when he got pulled over by a police officer. The officer came up to the window and he smelled alcohol. He asked the minister, "Sir, what are you drinking?" The minister said, "Just water." So he asked for the thermos, sniffed it, and said, "Sir, it smells like wine to me." The minister replied, "What do you know? Jesus did it again." You're welcome. All right, I actually have my paint clothes on today, so let's get the first coat of white on these walls. All right, so I'm gonna start on the white paint, put our first coat of that on the walls. And we'll see how it looks. We'll start with one coat and decide if we need two or not. Pretty. Looks good. All right, let's give it a go. It's pretty. It's like a lot more, like you have to be a lot more careful with like the paint because it's the actual, possibly the final coat. Trying to make it look like way more perfect. So I did one coat on this whole wall and let it sit overnight. And now I'm gonna do a second coat on it and then I'm gonna move on to the other two walls. I just feel like getting this wall how I want it before I move on to the next one. It was kind of late when I started last night on this wall, so that's why I only did the one wall, and then I thought I'll just let it sit overnight and see how it like settles, decide if we're gonna need another coat or not, and I definitely believe that we do, so I'm gonna do that now. All right, so I did a second coat on the back, on the wall behind me, and I like it way better, so that's good. Now I'm just putting the first coat on these walls. This is the big wall I'm on now. So I'm like almost halfway done it with the first coat, but it seems to be going on a lot better. So that's good. It's a process. I like painting, but I wouldn't want it to be my full-time job. It's a lot of work, a lot of walls, but that's all right. Looks better than the hemlock scene, the vapor barrier and insulation in behind that, that's for sure. Take doing this any day over that, over looking at that. So I'm on my last wall. I'm just gonna throw a coat of paint on it and then I'll be done with painting the walls. And I'll head on into the kitchen. I know I should have a long rod to go all the way up to the top, but my broomstick is plastic and doesn't fit in here and I haven't been out to the store to get another one, so just using what I have. Seems to be all right. So I'm on the very last bit of the wall. Looks good. And my painting should be done. All right, the walls are done and I'm gonna head into the kitchen and I'm gonna start doing some painting in there before we do any trimming and stuff in here. We'll move over to the kitchen, so let's go there. So now that all my walls are done and ready for trim, I'm starting a new project here in the kitchen, the ceiling. So far I've just put primer, just a light coat of primer. Not sure if I even want to add white paint or just leave it primed. Kind of has that farmhouse style, just primed. So I'm doing the whole ceiling in the kitchen And then this back wall here is all gonna be hemlock, and it's gonna be painted white as well. I gotta get that done before my kitchen cabinets arrive. So I got my work cut out for me. So I ran out of primer, so I just did all that part and ran out right there, so I stopped. I have all this left to do, which I'll get to later today, but since I was bored last night, I started a coat of paint over here on this part over there. So there's a little spot I missed that I need to do. I screwed up the boards, but I've started my second coat of paint on there. And it looks awesome. Not second coat, I did primer and then one coat of paint right there. You can see the difference on the ones that just have primer and the ones that have primer and paint. It's gonna look so rustic and cool. I'm really excited, I love it. Love the look. So we ordered our first light. It came in the mail here. We ordered it on Amazon, and it's our bathroom light. And the reason we ordered it first is because we wanted a fan in the bathroom to help, like, obviously with showers and everything, moisture. But instead of ordering just a fan and then buying a light separate, I found this one, which was a fan and a light. So I ordered it, and we're gonna get it put up today. So that's cool. I'll have our actual light fixture, like one real light fixture on the wall. Next one we'll probably order is Samantha's, because she's picked out a really pretty one on Amazon that she wanted. So we'll have to get her that sometime in the near future. But for now, we've got this one. Thought I'd show it to you because I think it's really neat. So it'll just look like that, but it'll actually have a fan inside it as well. So we'll run the ventilation through the soffit and hook this all up today. Cool little light. Love it. So Jeremy installed our first light today. Super exciting. So this is the bathroom. And you turn it on and the fan comes on too. Pretty cool. Love it. So one of the major bonuses to this fan and light is that when we come out of the shower, we don't have to freeze our butts off because we had to leave the window open. So that would be why we did this light first before any other light fixtures, was we wanted that fan so we don't have to crank the window. And yeah, we can keep proper ventilation in here, which is awesome when showering or using the facilities. So again, this is a fan and light in one, and it vents up through the attic and out through the soffit. So yeah, we were able to get that in easy today, which is awesome. Love it. All right, so I have been working hard over the last few days, and I have all from here back, it's all primed and with one coat of paint, and I love the look of it. You can still see that it's like boards, and it just looks super farmhouse style. I absolutely love it. Again, we had to go buy a new brad nailer because ours broke. And when Jeremy's friend was here helping with the wiring, he almost fell through the ceiling boards in several places in the kitchen. So there's a lot of boards that are kind of wonky, dangling like this. So we finally went and got the brad nailer, and we're gonna nail these boards back up. So this will be fixed, and all the other ones that are dangling are all gonna be fixed. So that's next on my list. But back to the paint. So from here back is done, which is really awesome. And then from here that way, it all has one coat of primer, and I'm just gonna go around and do one coat of paint, and then it'll be done too, which is really good because my neck, my shoulders, and my arms are killing me from painting overhead all the time. So I'm gonna be so glad when this is done, and it'll be done today. I got to get it done today because I can't do any more of this painting right now. I need a break. So that's the plan. Just finish the painting and then go around with the brad nailer and get all these boards put back up because there's quite a few of them dangling down. I noticed when I was painting even more that you can kind of see that have started to just come out a little bit. So anyway, we're all done with the wiring and no one should be in the attic again anytime soon. So got my paint shirt on. It's hard to see which one I left off on. Doesn't look like I did those two. It's kind of hard to tell where on earth it stopped. I feel like this one's done though, the white, and that one. Oh, that one can't be. I must have just done like extra primer or something on it. I am doing this whole area by brush because of it being the kitchen. We have all our appliances in here. I have the wood stove right over there. I don't want paint dripping all over the place. So that's why I've done the whole thing with brush and not roller. Sketchy, eh? It's so hot in here. So hot up here. So very hot. Oh, hence why I'm in shorts. If you can even see them, I don't know. I'm gonna be so happy when this is done. I'll tell you that right now. Looks like it could use a little extra paint right there. It's been a long couple of weeks or week or half, I don't know, week and a half of painting because I painted all that drywall. I primed it all, then painted it, and then I've been doing in here all the priming, painting, and next I have a whole other wall. I gotta board up and then prime and paint as well. And then I should be done with the painting for a little while anyway. Be done with it, yeah, for now, I think. Who knows, really? Who knows what'll come up that we decide to do. And it takes even longer because I just put a tiny bit on my paintbrush because I don't want it all over the floor or the appliances, like I said. So I'm just not even putting a ton on the paintbrush because I don't want it spilling. It looks good. I think that's all right. All right, down I go. All right, so I'm finally done the ceiling. I'm very, very happy to be done that. And I'm really satisfied with the look of it. I love it. So now I'm gonna go around with the brad nailer and nail all these boards up. And then that should be it for the ceiling until we run the trim around it. But that's not gonna be now. So yeah, see you in the next one.